Good morning, everybody. We will start in about 1 minute. Thank you for your patience. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's ongoing series of high-limit disability insurance webinars. Today we present to you Pilot Disability Insurance. I am Tom Peterson, your host for today. We know your time is precious, and we plan to keep this presentation to well under 30 minutes. We will not have any live questions and answers, but we do encourage you to contact us after the presentation should you have any further questions or desire more information. Before we begin, I want to provide a short, shameless plug about Peterson International Underwriters. For over 35 years, Peterson International Underwriters has been working with insurance professionals around the world, solving unique insurance problems with unique insurance programs. We are licensed in all 50 states and even several other countries. We are a cover holder to Lloyd's of London, which means, besides marketing, we design, underwrite, and issue various unique coverages with in-house binding authority. We have 4 divisions, which include disability insurance, life insurance, medical insurance, and some special risk or contingency plans. Our programs are designed to fill in gaps when your regular markets can't or won't do something for you. These are all specialty programs that fill in gaps that are missing in people's coverages. To start with, we need to figure out what is a pilot. Now that may sound like a simple question, but the classic example we have of a pilot is what most of us seem to think of when we think of pilots, and that is the local commercial airport or television shows as a commercial pilot. However, there are many other types of pilots that we wish to address as well. Corporate pilots have increased substantially since 9/11. Corporate pilots fly people just like a commercial airlines, but the plane is usually owned or chartered by a company. Cargo pilots are another type of pilot that we often don't immediately think about since they seldom interact with the general public. But think about it. How do you think UPS and FedEx get all those packages delivered overnight? Next to shipping, airplanes are the next most used vehicle to move cargo from place to place. Aerial applicators. Okay, this is the politically nice way to say crop duster. Crop dusters are critical to the success of our agriculture. There are also some specialized pilots, which include firefighters that are common over California airspace this time of year, air ambulance pilots who deliver critically injured or ill patients to facilities that are a long distance away or even in other countries, and there are test pilots and airshow pilots who push the envelope every day. As you can see, there are many varieties of pilots that are out there. Pilots have a very unique problem. The chances of a disability occurring are not less in a pilot, but defining a disability using the traditional disability insurance definitions doesn't work very well. Traditional definition of disability is unable to engage in your regular occupation. So how is that a problem with a pilot? Pilots are required to maintain minimum health requirements set by the FAA. This includes sight, hearing, and other health-related standards. So far, doesn't sound like a problem, does it? If a pilot's blood pressure goes up a certain amount, or if his or her eyesight becomes reduced, even a fraction in some cases, or a whole host of other health issues which could impact their ability to fly solely because the FAA says they are not able to fly. Or as an employee, the employer may require that a pilot maintain their Class 1 license, but due to a change in health, the FAA may reduce them to a Class 2 license, which still allows them to fly, but now as a co-pilot and at a reduction in pay. In both scenarios, the traditional wording says unable to engage. They are still healthy enough to physically fly, but they are restricted by license rather than by true health issues. A traditional disability plan would not work in this case. Enter the loss of license definition. If the FAA or employer restricts a pilot's ability to fly due to health issues, this policy still pays a benefit. The loss of license program covers a disability that physically prevents the pilot from flying, as well as a disability that prevents qualifications to maintain the license. Let's explore some of the key features of this particular program. You will find that as a disability plan, there are more things similar than dissimilar. The biggest item is the definition of the loss of license. These programs can be written on both an individual as well as a multi-life basis. You have a choice of elimination periods, which include 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 180 days, and even 365 days. You also have a choice of benefit periods ranging from 1 year to 5 years on a monthly benefit payout. There is also an option for a lump sum benefit depending upon a person's age. Also, the underwriting is very, very easy compared to traditional disability insurance. All we need is an application. Why? Because the FAA requires a regular exam already. So we've covered a little bit about the program that's available, and we've determined our target market of pilots. So where do we find this type of business? Where do we find these kind of clients? Well, the first place to look at is your existing block of business may include businesses which have pilots on staff. Check with them. If they don't own their own plane, maybe they charter planes, and if so, ask for the contact there. In other words, network through your existing clients may be a good first step. Number 2, work with a producer who writes pilot life insurance or hull and liability insurance for airplanes. They may be a good contact and a good buddy system to work with together. And 3, be observant. One producer was in Las Vegas some time ago, and from the 44th floor of the hotel watched charter helicopter flights taking off every 10 minutes from the airport across the way. Using binoculars, they got the name of the charter company and called them to discuss this program, which actually resulted in a group pilot sale. Okay, no one has ever told me what they were doing with binoculars on the 44th floor in Las Vegas, but what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. Now, as promised, we wanted to keep this afternoon very short and very snappy, and I think I've met that qualification quite well. Writing pilots is very easy, and underwriting is very simple. It really doesn't take a complex meeting to get the gist of it, just to understand why pilots are unique and why the coverages for pilots, that is, the loss of license policy, is unique. Peterson International Underwriters, unique programs for unique situations is what we specialize in. We encourage you to contact us or your local disability brokerage outlet with any questions or for a quote. We'd love to help you out, and again, we are available for any further discussions. So we thank you for your time today, and we appreciate your business, and we look forward to talking to you next month. Take care.